there, folks. How are you doing? Hope you're doing amazing. I feel great. You have to. All the noise out there, let me tell you. We'll be kicking this off with Satan's Doom. Because it's coming, folks. I feel the rebellion is coming. There's a lot of noise out there, let me tell you. How cool. Lebanon is erecting a Christ statue, so that's fun. Pretty tall. It's a message of peace amid the war. Keep your eye on Jesus, right? The huge Christ the Redeemer in the Middle East. It's awesome though, man. It's like 26 meters. It's huge. I like how Lebanon is, they erected that, and then you have, tomb Christ's tomb over there being shut down. Like what a slap against the Christian's face, right? Completely shutting it down because they're scared. It's crazy. I don't think it's ever been shut down. I don't know. But yeah, shut it down. Christians can't even go there to worship, do what they got to do. Shutting it down, like they've been shutting Christians down for a long time. They don't want that to happen. Come on now. You got Satan and the false prophet coming. Let's see what's going on. Trying to take grip of that freedom of speech, folks. Control that narrative. They don't want you to see. They don't want you to hear. Create the noise. Create the chaos. We'll provide the solution, right? It's actually sickening. It's messed up, but it says, the Bible said it. It's gonna be some tough. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be very arduous, especially if you believe in Christ for sure. Man, the AI is getting stronger out there, isn't it? Isn't that crazy? I find it funny how creators online they have to put AI discretion, which I've always thought about. You need AI discretion anyways because it's absolutely crazy. But all these crazy videos they're putting out already. So what they're doing, they're gearing you up to give you the false Christ that's coming, and the delusion that's happening. So that's conditioning. They're conditioning you. They've been conditioning us forever. For a long time, they've been conditioning us. And they're trying to perfect this AI so they can give you the false delusions that are coming ever so quickly. And I mean quickly. Blackouts. It's all coming, folks. I'm telling you, they're just gearing up, man. I talked about it before. How when you stretch your wings a little too far, your empire falls. Empires fall. That's what happens. And when you're persuaded and coerced into something, we don't really want to get into because we have enough problems over here in America. It's really nuts, man. It's absolutely crazy. Um, there's really nothing. There's really no going back on this. I mean, um, we're just deathly gripped, and that false Messiah is coming quickly. The false prophet's coming quickly. Um, Satan's released, folks. Satan is released, man. And that Gog and Magog is here. It's here, and they want it. What am I saying? They want this, But the bad thing is that Cuba. Look at that blackout. It's testing grounds. What do you think they're doing? It has everything to go against the civilians. It has everything to go against the citizens. It has everything. Everything's against us. They don't want us free anymore, and I'm sorry for the folks overseas that were never free. That's unfortunate, but they don't want anyone free. They want you tied to this slavery system, and people are too blind, And the bad thing you can do is say, "I don't care. It doesn't affect me." It does affect you. It's going to affect everyone. Okay. The draconian measures are here, folks, and the distractions are here. Okay. The false flags are coming. It's going to come. It's going to happen, and which is going to drag us even further into this. Control the narratives. That's what they want. It's pretty terrible. It's pretty bad. You do some research on Lloyd's of London too. You should research some Lloyd's of London. That's they've been in trouble in the past. A lot of corruption and bribery with them. Lots, especially Ponzi schemes and all that good stuff. Oil related for sure. That has a lot to do. When they talk about that whole, we're gonna hit the oil, we take the electric, we're gonna hit the grid, all that. I mean, look at this. We haven't paid attention to our grid over here in ages. We're going to have a complete loss of electrical power, and then the brownout's just temporary reduction in voltage, but still. They've been planning this, folks. They want this. You don't go into debt and then what rhymes with debt? Reset. Okay? That's what they want, man. They want this AI crap. And it's evil. It's evil, man. It's evil. But Gog and Magog is here. It's here, folks. It's a certain control, look what happened, Vietnam, Korean War, all that, going out to black markets. Look what happened with that. It's a huge issue. Illegal trade, military goods, all that stuff. But what act we don't pay attention to is the lei law. We don't pay attention to that. We just totally don't. Because there's dirtiness going on all over the place. It's just all dirty. Gotta ramp it up, folks, right? They don't want you traveling anywhere. They want you stuck. I'm telling look at 2020. Look at that example. Look what happened. Look how many blind sheep followed. It's terrible. I mean, the thing is that, we all got to come together, man. You got to understand the bigger picture. The bigger picture is what they want. They don't want you to have freedoms, folks. And what they want, you thought, you thought 2020 was bad. Event 201 was bad. Whoops. Okay. It's coming at the door, man. They're gonna have you locked in your little cubbyhole home of yours. Okay. And I remember I mentioned the whole restriction on gas back in the day. What's going to happen with that? For a living, I drive, I work. What am I going to do? You know what I mean? Like it's going to get real, folks. But they want it. They want the chaos. They're going to give you a solution. What's the solution? So you can control us? That ain't right. That ain't free. That ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. Control, control, control. Who really wins in this? We all lose. The reset, everyone loses. The corruption's so far gone, it's unbelievable. The poison of big agriculture, that's a joke. Look at that. Look at the farmers. It's sad. It's very sad. Look what they're doing. It's going to take a lot of people to rise up, man. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because this is no joke anymore. It really is. Satan's doom is going down. He's released. He's been released, but no, they're ramping up. And they're ramping up because they've been conditioning us. They've been pre-programming us. They've been telling everything what they're going to do. And, a lot of people aren't ready for this because, unfortunately, the veil's over their eyes. You know what I mean? And we got to keep steadfast in this word, folks. We know Jesus is going to take care of things, but it's going to be tough. It's going to get tough. But one thing we can't let them we can't let them take control of they're already wanting the CBDCs. They already want this coin. They already want everyone to go digital, and then there's the control. They want everything to control. Then they're going to control. Then they're going to put a little. Remember the mask? Well, now climate laws are going to happen. I'm telling you, man, this is all it's all a joke, folks. It's an absolute joke. It's a mockery. Okay, they don't like you. They don't like us. They don't want us free. The last thing they want is for us to band together. But right now, they're banking on us not banding together. We have a lot of problems in the States. We have a lot of problems overseas. And look what we're doing. Satan's doom, folks. It's crazy. A lot of treason, a lot of coercion, a lot of corrupt. It's nasty. It's disgusting, man. And we can't, it's unbelievable. It's all to digitally enslave us, folks. It's all to keep you locked up in the home. You can only go here. You can only go there. Restrictions everywhere. I mean, it's just the same thing, And they all planned it, man. They've all had this planned. Poison and herbicides, all that stuff. I mean, it's crazy, man. Trying to kill off the farmer, man. It's a big ag. It's disgusting. It's what it's come to, what it's been coming to. The veil's just been dropping. A lot of people are starting to sing a different tune. But again, they're banking on us not sticking together. We have to stick together, folks, because the dead will be judged. And they're amping things up. They're amping things up because they want to. Certain groups been infiltrating for a long time, and it's not a good thing. But we gotta remain calm. Do what you have to do. I've been talking about this for a while. Learn how to do some off-grid stuff. purchase certain things to get you, to where your family can survive. I'm telling you, things they're doing this for a reason, man, and they want it all. Water controlling, making why you look at the data centers. It's a joke. Killing the water. I mean, they've been putting crap in the water ever since, putting crap in the food ever since, but we don't wake up to it. Why? Because they know. Their nasty entanglement inside, they want to kill off the human species, folks. Now, what they want to crush the Christian. They want to crush the belief in Jesus Christ and God. They want to crush everything. That's why they want this. They want this false Messiah to come. So they're speeding it up. But they want to control. That's all. They want all the control. Land, all that farmland, the big ag. We're giving money to different countries for no reason. Certain people are getting voted in that shouldn't be voted in. The Electoral College is a joke. I mean, it's man. There's so many problems, and it's just so funny because they want the collapse to happen. They want it. They want people to die. That's what they want. That's what Satan wants, folks. And this, I'm talking about not only over here in the States, we're talking overseas, we're talking everywhere. They complete, utter control. Who wins definitely isn't us as people. It ain't us. But I'll tell you what, we can with Jesus Christ, folks, and that's just real. And the rise up is going to happen, okay? It's going to happen. But you got to pay attention to the false deceptions because the deception is getting oh so greater, folks. And you got to really, really, really put the armor of God on, and you got to really discern. Man, you got to really discern because that's how they're going to get you. They're going to trick you with these little that's funny. AI, okay? That's what they're going to trick you hard with that, okay? You won't even know what's truth and what's not. That's the crazy part. Okay? And you got to keep God, Jesus in your heart. Because let me tell you, when this blackout happens, when everything starts going dark, we saw in a matter of days what happens with people. People start getting crazy. Okay? And that's what they want. Again, provide the chaos, give the solution. I said it a couple pods back. They could just flip it off, turn it right off. It's always been against us, folks. And if you try to veer off the path, create something to help mankind, they'll blacklist it and then kill you off, or they'll just do whatever, They don't want anyone, getting free energy. They don't want anyone to know about water methods. They don't want anyone to know anything. They just want you trapped. So they feed you a bread and circus. Here we are falling right for it. Not sticking in the word. We need to get in the word. The good Lord God Jesus Christ, folks, it's Satan's doom. That's what's happening. I'm Daniel. This is the Emmanuel Podcast. Folks, it isn't gloom, but it's Satan's doom, okay? And it ain't no joke, because if you're ready to stand up and be martyred for Jesus Christ, folks, you better wear it. You better wear it. Vindication on your heart. Wear it strong and proud. Do not back down. We can't back down, folks. You know who we die for, folks? Christ. You know who we bow to, folks? Christ and God, folks, okay? We don't need to be bowing to these people who are leading us into harm's way, into Satan's way, folks. I ain't playing around. When the 1,000 years are ended, Satan will be released from his prison and will come out to deceive the nation at the four corners of the earth. Four corners. It doesn't say that round thing that's, floating. And, oh my God, anyway, don't even get me started on that. Jeez. Anyways. Four corners, folks. Buoyancy and density. It's heavier than air, drops. It's lighter than air, floats. Here we go. All right. Let me say it one more time. Satan will be released from his prison and will come out to deceive the nations at the four corners of the earth. Gog and Magog, in order to gather them for battle, they are as numerous as the sands of the sea. They marched up over the breadth of the earth and surrounded the camp of the saints and the beloved city, and fire came down from heaven and consumed them. And the devil who had deceived them was thrown into the lake of fire and sulfur, where the beast and the false prophet were. And they will be tormented day and night forever and ever, folks. So if you get yourself healthy and do what you got to do, protect the farmers, protect the people who are for Christ. Okay, we saw the division back in 2020. The division has been ongoing, consistent for a millennia. All right, it's been there, it's been here. And now it's even more than ever. And they're not banking on us again, folks, coming together. And that's what we need to do. But we're getting deceived. We've been deceived. Let's just put it that way. You look at all the stuff historically, decades, centuries to now, we've been deceived. Ain't nothing but one big deception. And that's what they want. They want that. They want you to keep going. Never a nation of thinkers. They don't never want that. No. Can't have that. 1,000 years expired. Satan's released from prison, folks. He's going to deceive the nations. He's deceiving it right now. Ever so quickly, right? Ever so quickly. And when it comes knocking to your door, that's when you're like, oh my God, I wasn't ready. It wasn't going to affect me. I don't care because it's not going to affect me, right? That's what a lot of people say. That's what a lot of people say. Lots. I don't care. It ain't going to affect me. As long as it don't affect me, as long as it doesn't affect me. That's hilarious because when it's affecting a small group, it's going to get to the larger group, okay? All that's what's happening and conspiring behind the doors and this curtain. It's all going to affect us, whether we like it or not. Because Satan's going out to deceive the nations of all four corners. That's what he's doing. And you know what's nuts? Is that when you have the very presence of the Lord, okay? hanging out. The Lord in your heart, when you open him up, when you let the Lord in. What's nuts is the greatness, his peace. Okay, not what they're calling peace is safety. We don't do that. We already know what happens with that. War and destruction. Anyways, but Jesus, the Lord, okay? Peace, when there's prosperity. You know what's nuts? Is that there's still going to be a plethora of men and women all over the earth still ready to take up arms against the Lord Christ, okay? Whenever they get a chance. It's going down. We know it's going to happen. But the folks that remain in Christ, we need to all band together. I mean, across all the states. You know, who cares about the federal part? The federal part's a joke. It's been a joke. It's so corrupt and disgusting. It's been a joke. People at the state level need to get together with their constituents and realize, man, we got to bring our states up. Because federally, they're so intertwined in corrupted evilness, it's disgusting. I'm not saying everyone on a state level, there's none of that happening either, because believe me, it stems all to the local too. But man, we all just got to band together as states and then even countries and realize, man, this isn't right. And we got to put Jesus on our hearts and fight the good fight. Satan, it's not an escape route for him. Okay, the Lord lets him go. And he's going to see, he's going to be like, look, see, you know, they do not love the Lord. You know, there's no excuse. There's no excuses anymore. The sinful hearts, you know. He's bringing Gog and Magog. Satan is bringing Gog and Magog. The enemies of the Lord, folks. You know, and Magog, not really Russia. You know, it's everyone who opposes the Lord. And believe me, there are a lot of people that oppose the Lord. There are a lot of people that want this false Messiah to come. You know? The day is coming, burning like an oven. Got one last dance, folks. So Satan's got one last dance up his sleeve. He's going to bring fire and brimstone on the Lord and all of his people. But, I mean, obviously it ain't going to work. We know what happens there. Oh, we know what happens there, folks, okay? The devil, man, he's deceiving everyone right now. You know, it's the end of Satan, his reign of terror. But it's going down. It's happening now. I mean, we see it. Look at it. You know, the beast and the false prophet. It's the end that's opposing the Lord. That's what we got to look for. It's the end. You know, torment forever. Can you imagine that? That would suck. Good riddance. They need it. All these people, man, they need it. All the ones that have gone against God, centuries, decades, everyone. It's gone against God. I mean, we're going to see that white throne, folks, the great white throne, and who sat on it, okay? And the earth and the heavens fled from his presence, and no place was found for them. Mm, yeah. Keep doing what you got to do. Keep chugging along because that's how the world works. And we have to do that. We got to keep chugging along, but we got to keep our faith growing. We have to bolster up, keep praying at the dinner table, keep bringing up your children right, teaching them things, home remedy things, get back to the roots. Got to get back to the roots. Only we're going to defeat these people. But pray for the farmers. That suicide rate has gone up, man. I think it's freaking right there with the veterans, man. It's terrible. It's not cool, man. It's not good. It's not good when you buy up and you consolidate, and then you have no choice but to use this because you got too many weeds going on. I mean, it's terrible. What's the binding agent? Humans. Anyways, oh man. The poison feeds the binding agent. The binding agent is us. What a freaking joke, huh? What a mass genocide on us, right? Lab experiment. My dad was a pharmaceutical rat, and I called him a test subject. Here we are, folks. Can't play with life, man. That ain't right. Ain't right. There'll be a rise up, though. Because we'll be fighting for God and Jesus. And that's what we have to do. We have to, and everything, we pray for people that are evil. It's tough to ignore what's really going on. Keep paying attention to those signs and symbols. Discern heavily. And we got to keep praying, folks, every day and night. Everything you do, pray. Because we don't know. We don't know our time. People be like, oh, let's party, man. Let's party, dude. Screw it. The world's ending. Like we're in some movie. Whoops. Only the ending is great because Jesus Christ will prevail. Always will. And it'll defeat the false religions. It'll defeat Allah, defeat all that. The false Messiah they want. When the third temple is erected, that's what they want. We know better. We know better, folks. Because then one of the seven angels who had the seven bowls full of the seven last plagues came and said to me, come, I'll show you the bride, the wife of the Lamb. Satan's got a chokehold everywhere right now. Overseas and states here in America. He's got a huge chokehold. Some good people that are going to be rising up. Rising up. We're going to take this evil on, folks. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Because we can't be trapped in our houses like slaves. We can't be, like, what is this, Collapse the dollar. Then everything else goes right with it, Collapse the infrastructure, the grids. Collapse the water. Farming industry. It's a joke. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Speeding it up, folks. They are speeding it up. Because they have limited time. And they know that. They know they have limited time. That's why they're doing this. So they're doing it quick. That's why we're amping up everything. You know? Pay attention. Keep your eyes open. But the more you grow in Christ, the more your armor gets thick. And that's a beautiful thing, folks, because God is real. And it's a beautiful thing. And like I said, folks, the false prophet and Satan, they're going to have the reign of terror, man. It is what it is. And, you know, they oppose the Lord, but look, it's okay. We'll get through this tribulation. We'll get through it. We'll get through these trying times. We just got to survive. And you know how you survive? Keep your wits about you. You train your children. You train yourself. You dig deep into yourself and let God and Jesus immerse inside of you and just flow inside of you as the electrical beings that we are. And to get on God, Jesus' frequency, folks, because these frequencies down here, Satan, we don't like that frequency, folks. Turn that frequency off. And they don't want you attuned to God and Jesus, folks. That's all this is. Folks, we're going to hit up the dead are judged next. The dead are judged. Keep your prayers up, folks. I'm going to pray for you. Keep being that beacon of light that God and Jesus bestowed upon you innately when you were born. I'm Daniel, and this is the Emmanuel Podcast.